What's up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the channel. Go to bigherc916.com. Hit me up if you want to pick up an art piece, or if you want to pick up some merch, or if you want to grab a bar of soap and wash your ass. It's all right to wash your ass, your balls, your hoo-ha. Hey man, don't walk around stinking. It ain't right. You know, I like to keep you guys laced up, and I know some of the hot headlines, I don't really get too much into them, but this one I figured I would dabble into because I gotta throw in some applesauce with the medicine. I can't just feed you guys straight medicine because the algorithm doesn't like me when I do that. So I was just watching this whole thing on TMZ with Joe Smith and Keisha Tavis. You know, she's putting down the crocodile tears. He knew what I was when he married me. I used to be an adult entertainer, and things were hard, and I did what I had to do to make sure that, you know, we could keep a roof over our head. And you know, people are in the comments, and the women are like, yeah, you know, he wasn't holding down his part of the deal. You know, things were going bad as far as financially, so she did what she had to do, and blah 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 blah, right? And you know, the other women are like, yeah, you know, she luckily that she, you know, picked up the weight, you know, and handled her business. But what nobody's talking about is, and one of the brothers on here made a comment, is that she could have communicated with the dude, and there's a million other things she could have done besides slang her coochie. You know, she didn't have to go out there and put the coochie on the market. See, the first thing a lot of these ex-hoes do is try to justify why they put their coochie back on the market, because they used to a certain lifestyle. And see, that comes from never have actually done anything of substance but spread your legs. So spreading your legs is easy to revert back to, because you lay back and it doesn't take a whole lot of work. Spread your legs, close your eyes, make some noises, and you know, it is what it is. And she literally wanted to sabotage the relationship, in my opinion, because she could have talked to Joe and maybe worked out some type of arrangements, or, you know, figured out some other way they could have made money, but she chose to do an OnlyFans. One of the commenters said, survival mode doesn't mean go and sabotage your relationship. Integrity matters. This was a married woman, and showing your goodies to the world for money wasn't worth losing the bond you had with your spouse. This lady is wrong, point blank. If this man really was entertaining someone else, do you really think him leaving would have her crying on national TV? Somebody else said, shorty trying to justify this. She literally could have done anything else that is pure cap. Looking for outside attention, you can literally make money anywhere else, bro. It's 1,000,001 ways to make money, and she chose to exploit her body, one while she was in a relationship. Anybody who's trying to justify keeping up with the bills with an OnlyFans is honestly delusional and sounding very fatherless, and mental, with traumatic issues that they haven't handled at the old age that they are. I agree, man. I mean, you know, it's easy to say, yeah, well, I gotta make some money. But what about the women who haven't made OnlyFans and they are working what's considered a job to, keep a roof over their head, take care of their kids, and they have maintained some type of integrity? Does that stand for anything these days? It goes, both ways. It's no different than when you have a guy out there and, he's trying to figure out how he's going to make it, but he decides to go ahead and pull some licks. And as long as he don't get caught, the female's down with it. She's like, oh yeah, you broke ass this and that, and you ain't doing your handling your business, and you got fired from your job, and you can't hold it down. But he come home with a bag full of money. Oh shit, you're balling. How'd you get that? And it doesn't matter that he maybe robbed a dude who could potentially come back and peel his cap, or the police is looking for him, or he committed a crime. He was stressed out, felt like, he had to do what he had to do. Hey, stop it. But that doesn't justify committing crimes either. And I know there because I've been there. As far as taking an easy route rather than putting in some work, which may require you to be more patient. So, some of the excuses, it's not really, it's not really justifiable. When somebody said woman's biggest weakness is accountability, she puts the blame on everyone but herself. I mean, what else was I supposed to do? What do you mean? Don't you have two hands? Don't you have a brain? Don't you have any other skill sets besides spreading your coochie? I mean, come on, man. It's almost laughable. And then if somebody said you did it in secret, he had to find out himself. What do you expect? I mean, you didn't tell the man, hey, if you want him to bust your cheeks on camera, say, hey, baby, let's both make some money. I'm going to let you bust my cheeks on camera, and that way I can pay we can pay the bills and get back on our feet. I mean, you're in a relationship. You're together with this person. Now, if you weren't, and he found out, then hey, good riddance, get your hustle on. I'm not knocking if the coochie slinging is going to be your hustle, but in this situation, the guy found out, and, it really made him look like a simp. And I've seen this happen before where, a guy has a girl he's dating. He wasn't married to her, but, she's supposed to be his main thing, and they were actually, I guess, in a monogamous relationship supposedly, and she's like, oh, I got to work out of town on weekends. I work for this company. I do a lot of traveling. Come to find out, she traveling all right. She traveling to Vegas, get her cheeks busted on the weekends when clients fly into town on going to conventions and shit, trade shows. And somebody spotted her out there with some old ass dude. And of course, somebody's gonna take a picture, sent it to somebody else. He seen the picture, confronted her, she crying, he crying. Some simp shit, man. It's pure simp shit. Man, she out there slanging it. You can't, I'll tell you one thing right now, you can't change somebody unless they want to be changed. And if, somebody's out there, in this instance, slinging their coochie, and then she actually says, well, you knew what I was when you met me, then what does that say? That you played this dude while the money was good? That, you put the coochie on hibernation, but as soon as, he had a little bit of trouble or a little bit of rough roads, you go back to what comes easiest? Is that what it's supposed to be about? Is that like if, it gets rough, then hey, you was a drug dealer. Go out there in the streets and go make us some money. That's what you feel is the compromise? Come on, man. I know a lot of this stuff is probably just for attention, but I figured I'd speak on it anyways because, it's all over the gossip. It really doesn't matter. I don't really care what Joe or Keisha do with their life, but I've seen a lot of simping ass situations like this. Dudes acting all emotional over these old, what's a dressed up hood rat, It's like, dude, look, treat them how they supposed to be treated. You should have had about 4 of her anyway because you knew what she was about, but she felt like you was lovey-dovey, and obviously she was playing you because she's now all on TMZ, which is gonna make her OnlyFans blow up. So now she's gonna get somebody, some other new clients busting up her OnlyFans, and you still run around, looking like, your cape's been ripped off because you had a cape on, you was trying to save them and it didn't work. So leave a comment, let me know what you think about this old bullshit, man. Because it's bullshit. Joe Smith and Keisha Tavis. Come on, man. This old bullshit, man. But this is the type of stuff that the media likes. And, dude, I'll throw it out there and see what you guys say about it. Big Herc 916. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.
Are you tired of smelling funky? Have you washed your ass? Go to BigHurtNow16.com and get your nutsack right.
Walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at FreshOutSeries.com.